Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Yellow. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, as he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And now the defense for Dallas.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. To throw is Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Elliott running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Prescott from the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Mahomes now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Tyrone Crawford. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
From the 38, Mahomes throwing middle, and it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be from 49 yards out. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
We got three.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Ebron's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. And again, it's Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. 2nd and 6 just inside the 30. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Aguilar. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's caught by Aguilar. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Rosas puts this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 31, Prescott.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Play action now, Prescott. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Prescott on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here we go. No.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shreds the tackle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
20 yellow. I'm going.
Bop Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards there, just like last play. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round weekend. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Mahomes pass complete to Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Giants.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Here's Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
First down, Prescott. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. They'll run with Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The tackle there by John Johnson. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he connects with Ebron. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Second and 5 now. Mahomes. And Diggs has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he gets it down to the 32. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes, and this is caught by Watkins. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's taken down inside the 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's on Lyle Collins. Free agent signee who was originally thought of as a 1st-round draft pick. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Prescott. A quick throw, but incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Tight end's right. Hey.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete to Slayton. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Mahomes firing complete and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And now back out comes the offense. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Rashawn Gary bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. Ebron's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go, baby.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. A dump off to Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air again, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he connects with Ebron. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
8
this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
New York set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure to and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, so it's now a 3-point game here. Field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down 27-24. A minute 54 on the clock. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mahomes to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Mahomes. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now Mahomes. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Rosas now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He's back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.